everyone. Yes students, today we will continue our session with the question 8 of exercise 2.5. In our last session we have done question up to 7. So let's start with the question 8. Factorize each of the following. We have to, in this question we have to factorize the statement. First one is 8a cube plus b cube plus 12a square b plus 6ab square. We have to factorize it. Yes students, as per in question a plus b whole square I have told you, from the first two term we can easily identify which identity we can apply for this factorization. Here you can see in first term 8a cube, that is the whole cube of the 2a, and b cube, that is the whole cube of the b. So let's see, a cube plus b cube, a cube plus b cube, obviously a plus b whole cube, a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b, a cube plus b cube, 3 to the 6, 6 to 12, a square b, and this is the 3 to the 6, a b square. Yes, we can apply 2a plus b whole cube. So what are the factors? These are 2a plus b, 2a plus b. We have to write it 3 times because it is 2a plus b whole cube. From the first two terms we can easily identify which identity we can use to do the factorization in square. Obviously we will use a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square. And when the terms are in the form of the cube, then we will apply a plus b whole cube or a minus b whole cube. In further question we will apply a cube plus b cube and a cube minus b cube. Let's see this question. Next is second part. For second statement is 8a cube minus b cube minus 12a square b plus 6a b square. Easily we can identify, we can apply a cube minus b cube minus 3 a into b and a minus b, a cube minus b cube minus 3, 12 a square b or 6ab square. So this is the identity for the 2a minus b whole cube. So we can write it in this form. We have to write 2a minus b up to 3 times. Let's see in third part which identity we can use to do the factorization. 27 minus 125 a cube minus 135a plus 225 a square. Yes students, for the first two terms 27, this is the perfect cube of for the 3, and 125a, this is the perfect cube for the 5a. So let's write a cube minus b cube minus 3a square b and 3a b square. So this is a minus b whole cube. When you will multiply, you will get the same answer. 3 is the 9, 9 is the 27, 27 5 is the 135, and here 25 9 is the 225. 3a minus 3 minus 5a, we will write it up to 3 times. This was the result for the part 3. Similarly, let's see the result for the 4th and 5th. Fourth part is 64 a cube minus 27 b cube minus 144 a square b plus 108 a b square. Yes students, hope so you can easily identify in this question. 64, that is the perfect cube of the 4, and 27, that is the perfect cube for the 3. So we can write a cube minus b cube minus 3 a square b plus 3ab square. When we will do the multiplication, you can check your answer here. 4 for the 16 and 16. Okay, we have to 4 for the 16, 63 is the 48. This is 3. Yeah, now you can check it. 16 and 9, that is 144, and here 3 is the 9, 9 is the 27, 27 and 4, that is 108. 4a minus 3 cube. So write it up to 3 times. Yes student, when you will make the factor like this, you might have to check the calculation. Is it equal to the previous situation of not? If this is not equal to the previous statement, then it means we are doing the wrong factor. It will help you a lot to crack the question. You might have to check the multiplication for this factorization. You have to check whether it will be equal to the previous given statement or not. If it is not, then check it again. It should be equal to the given statement. 27p cube minus 216 minus 9 by 2 p square plus 1 by 4p. Now let's see. Obviously 27, that is the perfect cube for the 3, and 1 upon 216 and 216, that is the perfect cube for the 6. 3p minus 1 by 6 cube a cube minus b cube minus 3a square b and plus 3ab square. Let's check it. For the last term, you can see when we will divide 3 2s are 3 2s, it is 1 by 4p. Yeah, it is right. And for the second last, you can check here 3 2 9 by 2. It is absolutely right. It means our factorization is correct. So we can write 3p minus 1 by 6 cube. So we will write it up to 3 times because we have to do the factorization. So we can't write in the form of the identity. We will give our answer in this way. This is the right way. Now this was the question 8. Hope so it's clear to you. After that I am going to explain question 9. In question 9 we have to verify the given statement. That is very easy. We will do it by the multiplication. It is very simple. You just have to do the multiplication for the given terms. And these are also identities. In our next question, that is in question 10, we will apply that identity. The given problem 9 question, verify. First one is x cube plus y cube, it is equal to x plus y x square minus xy plus y square. We have to prove it. So let's take the right hand side. This is the identity. When I have explained you the algebraic identity on that part, on that session, we have learned how we can solve it. Similarly, same way we will apply here x plus y x square minus xy plus y square. Yes student, for the multiplication, firstly we will multiply by the x and then by this term by the y. Let's see how. X square minus xy plus y square plus y x square minus xy plus y square. Now solve it. X square into x, this is x cube. X into x, x square, xy square plus sign, so there will be no change. X square y minus xy into y, y square into y, y cube. Yes. Which term we can cancel here? Minus x square y plus x square y plus xy square minus xy square. So this is our required result. That is the result which we want to prove that. Now similarly for the minus, that is the second part. Hope so it's clear to you. Second is in second part we have to prove x cube minus y cube is equal to x minus y x square plus xy plus y square. Now multiply. Similarly, same way, the only change that is here is the minus y. You have to take the sign while doing the multiplication. X into x, x cube plus x square, y, x, y square. Here you have to take care. Outside the bracket there is a sign of negative. When we will do the multiplication and open the bracket, we will change the sign for the next three terms. So it will be converted into minus x square y, and here plus x minus x y square, and this y square when multiplied with the minus y, it will become minus y cube. So let's see. This plus x square y is cancelled by minus, and this plus x y square cancelled by minus. So what is left here? That is our required result which we want to prove. That is the x cube minus y cube. So you have to keep these two identity in your mind. First one which we have proved, that is x cube plus y cube, that is equal to x plus y into x square minus xy plus y square. And second which we have proved here, that is x cube minus y cube, which is equal to x minus y into x square plus xy plus y square. So by using this, let's solve the question number 10. Question, factorize. Statement is 27 y cube plus 125 z cube. Yes student, we have to factorize it. Yes, here we will apply x cube plus y cube. Why? We are having here two terms only, and these two are the perfect cube of itself. So 27 we can write 3y, and 25 5z cube. So by using, you can take any variable a or x or y, no problem. X cube plus y cube, but usually we are used to the x and y. That's why I am taking this. X cube plus y cube. X is 3y, y is 5z, a square 3y into 5z plus 5z square. So result is 3y plus 5z, 9y square, 15yz plus 25z. So now this was the proof for the part 1. Question 10. Yes, in second part you can see here we will apply x cube minus y cube, because these two terms are the perfect cube of itself and sign between them is negative. So we will apply x cube minus y cube. 64, that is the perfect cube of 4, and 343, this is the perfect cube for the 7. You should know the perfect square and perfect cube up to 27. It's just for your knowledge. If you know it, then you can do the calculation very fast. 64, that is the perfect cube of 4. 343, that is the perfect cube for the 7. A cube minus b cube. By using x cube minus y cube is equal to x minus y, x cube plus xy plus y square. So what is x? That is 4m. Y, that is 7m, is x square, x, y, y square. 4m minus 7m, 16m square, 28mn, 49m square. Now this was the result for the part 2 of question 10. After that, let's start the question 11. In question 11, we have to factorize. Factorize 27x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 9xy. Yes, student, you have to judge question for the a plus b whole cube, a cube plus b cube, but here is a different question. You can see first three terms, they are having the perfect cube of itself. First is the 27x cube, that is the perfect cube for the 3, y cube, that is the perfect cube of y, and z cube, that is the perfect cube for the z. Now we can write it in this way: a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc, because here you are having 9xyz. So which identity we can apply here? A cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc, it will be equal to a plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square minus xy minus yz minus ab minus bc minus ac. So let's repeat it again. Identity: a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc, it will be equal to a plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus c. In my introductory video, I have already explained the derivation of this identity too. You can check it from there. If you are not familiar with this identity, see it again. So let's apply it, how we can use this identity. So 27, that is the perfect cube of 3x, sorry, a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3a b c. A plus b plus c, ax plus y plus z, a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus c a. So result is 3x plus y plus z. 3x, that is 9x square, y square plus z square minus 3xy minus yz minus 3zx. Now this was the result for the question 11. Let's solve the question 12. Only the main thing in this question is that you have to identify which identity we can apply in a particular question. If you know it, then you can easily solve any problem. Firstly, you have to identify which identity is suitable for the given statement. So you have to do more practice. You can identify which identity you have to apply in the particular question, then you can easily solve any problem. Question number 12, it is very important question and very easy. Verify that x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz, it will be equal to half of x plus y plus z into x minus y whole square, y minus z whole square, z minus x whole square. Now we have to prove it. So let's take, we can do it by the two methods. Firstly, let's take the left hand side, x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz. Recently we have solved this identity, so let's write this is x plus y plus z, x square y square z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. So after this, let's move to the right hand side, that is half of x plus y plus z, x minus y whole square, y minus z whole square, z minus x whole square. So firstly, as per the BODMAS rule, we will solve the bracket first. For the bracket, we have to solve x minus y whole square, y minus z whole square, z minus x whole square. We are familiar with this identity. We all know very well what is the identity for the x minus y whole square, that is x square plus y square minus 2xy. So let's solve it. X square plus y square minus 2xy, y square plus z square minus 2yz, z square plus x square minus 2zx. Collect the terms. X plus y plus z, x square plus x square, this is 2x square, 1y square, 1y square, 2y square, z square plus z square, 2z square minus 2xy minus 2yz minus 2zx. Now we can take 2 common from here and cancel it with this 1 by 2, x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. So this will be equal to the left hand side. Our left hand side is equal to the right hand side. This is hence verified. We can also solve it by solving these three identity and multiply the each term firstly by the x, then by the y, and then by the z. But that is very lengthy matter. You can do it by this. This is suitable one. This was the question 12. Question number 13 is, if x plus y plus z is equal to 0, show that x cube plus y cube plus z cube equal to 3xyz. So x plus y plus z is equal to 0. We have to prove x cube plus y cube plus z cube equal to 3xyz. So let's apply by using x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz. It is equal to x plus y plus z, x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. So look at the statement. What is given to us? X plus y plus z, it is 0. So substitute the value, that value here, x plus y plus z, that is 0, and then we will multiply 0 by any term. Same term we will write here, x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. When we will multiply any algebraic identity or any term by the 0, what is the result? That is equal to 0. So but we will get x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz. It is equal to 0. So this is our result. X cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to 3xyz. If the condition, if in any condition it is given to us x cube, x plus y plus z is 0, then we can apply the same one. So you have to remember it, x cube plus y cube plus z cube, that will be equal to the 3xyz. In case of when it is given to us x plus y plus z, that is the 0. By using this, by using the same condition, we will solve the question number 14. Yes, question 14 is, without actually calculating the cubes, find the value for the each of the following. Recently I have done a cube. I have proved a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3abc with the condition x plus y plus z, it should be equal to 0. So let's check it here. What is a? That is minus 12. B is 7. C is 5. So a plus b plus c. minus 12 plus 12 it is 0. Condition is verified, so we can easily apply 3a b c. So when we will multiply it, what the result? Minus 36, 35, multiply these two terms. Result for this is multiplication of minus 1260. Minus 1260. Similarly for the second part, let's check whether this condition is verified here or not. X, Y, Z, write it a plus b plus c because we are taking the variable a, b, c, not x, y, z here. So similarly for the second case, a is 28, b is minus 15 and c is minus 13. So let's check it whether it is equal to 0 or not. 28 minus 15 minus 13 plus minus minus plus minus 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 plus, this is minus 28. So for second part, condition is also verified, so direct we can write 3a b c. So do the multiplication, minus minus that is plus. So multiply of these four terms is 16380. Now this was the question 48 in which I have used a cube plus b cube plus c cube equal to 3abc with the condition. You have to remember the condition a plus b plus c, that should be equal to 0. This question 15 is give possible expression for the length and breadth of each of the following rectangles in which their areas are given. Yes student, in exercise 2.4 we have already done the factorization of by splitting the middle term. Same we will apply here. What we have to do here, we have area of rectangle, it means this we have to find the length and breadth. We have to factorize this quadratic equation by splitting the middle term into two terms. One is the length and second is the breadth. So let's factorize it. First is 25 and 12. When we will do the multiplication of 25 and 12, but firstly by using the same rule of the when we have done the sum by the splitting the middle term 25 and 12, when we will do the multiplication of 25 and 12, what is our result? That is 300. So we have to take the factor of 200, or we can split 35 into two factors so that their product should be equal to 300 and their sum is 35. So which factors we can make here? 25 and 15, and we have to take both number negative. So we can write here 25a square minus 15a minus 20a plus 12. I have already explained in exercise 2.4 how we can split the middle term. So which factors we can take here? Minus 15 and minus 20. These two factors are verifying the both condition. Multiply of minus 15 and minus 20, that is equal to plus 300, and when we will add these two terms, result is minus 35. So let's take the common value from the first two term, and then for the next two term we can take 5a common. What is left with us? 5a minus 3 and minus 20. So we can take minus 4 common here. 5a, we will change the sign. So 5a minus 3 and other factor is 5a minus 4. Now these are the two factors. Out of these two, one is the length and second is the breadth. Whatever is given to us, we have to find the length and breadth. So length is, first one is length, that is 5a minus 3, and second is breadth, that is 5a minus 4 units. Now these are the length and breadth. This is our possible answer. Second case, let's discuss it. Second statement is 35y square plus 13y minus 12. When we will do the multiplication of 35 and 12 minus 12. So result is equal to the 420. So it means we have to split the 13 into that factor so that their product should be equal to minus 420, and result is sum is 13. So it means we have to take greater value in the positive sign and lesser in the negative. So which factor we can make for this? We can 28y minus 15y, 28 minus 15. When we will do the multiplication for the 28 minus 15, let's see how we can make these factors. Product is 420. You can take the LCM of this. Now, let's see which factors, which arrangement we can make here. 27 and 15, 5 to the 15, 2 to the 4 and 7, 28. So 28 minus 15, that is equal to 30. So by using this LCM, we can do the factors for the middle term. Plus minus 12. Now from the first two term we can take 7y common, but we have left 5y plus 4 and minus 3 common, 5y plus 4, 5y plus 4, that is common for both. Take it outside and left is 7 minus 3. So out of these three, first one is the length, that is 5y plus 4 and breadth is 7y minus 3. Now this was the question number 15. Yes, student, in question 16, what are the possible expression for the dimensions of the cuboid whose volumes are given below? Here volumes are given to us and we have to find the length, breadth and height. So what is the volume of the cuboid? We all know it very well, that is the length into breadth into height. So we have to find the three factors here. Let's see for the first one. 3x square minus 12x. What we can take common? 3x. What is left? X minus 4. So what are the possible factors? 3, breadth is x and height is x minus 4. When we will do the multiplication of these three terms, then we can find this volume. Let's see the second one, that is the 12k y square plus 8k y minus 20k. Firstly, you can see here we can take common 4k from all three terms. So let's take it common. But we have left 3y square plus 2y minus 5. Now make the factors for the 3y square plus 2y minus 15. 5 to the 15 and multiplication sum is required here, that is the 2, 5 and 3, 5 to the 15 plus 5 and minus 2. We can make these two factors. 3y square 5 minus y common, 3y plus 5 minus 3. Take minus 1 common, 3y plus 5. Now 3y plus 5, take it outside, y minus 1. So these are the three factors, length, breadth and height. These are the three dimensions for the cuboid. You can label it anyone out of these three, length, breadth and height. Only main thing for this question is that your factorization should be right. And student, now chapter 2 is completed. At the last of this chapter, I just want to say you, yes student, this was the chapter 2. Now today we have completed this chapter. At the last of this chapter, I just want to say one thing. You should have a good command over the factorization. If you have, then you can solve any problem from the chapter polynomial. Okay, thanks for watching.